Hey there folks, Strength Coach Sam coming to you live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. I want to talk about 3 bench press warm-up moves that you are not doing and how to increase your bench press today. The first warm-up you're not doing is effectively warming up and moving your thoracic spine. So there's 3 parts of the spine. Go over those real quick. It's just neck, lower back. This area right here is the thoracic spine. So think like the rib cage area from here up to the top of the shoulder. The thoracic spine does a lot of moving through that rib cage. You got flexion forward, you got extension backwards, you got rotation from side to side. When you're bench pressing, you're loading up a bunch of weight and to efficiently move your shoulder blades and everything around your rib cage, you really need to open up your thoracic spine. So I'm going to show you 2 different stretches that you can do to open up your thoracic spine. Make sure.
All your race as fast as miles and bigger. Calling you out, my friend. I felt your hurt. Your actions will not stand. Get it on your knees, bend the break. Look at me, you can change. You race as fast as Niles and bigots are calling you out, my friend. Lord, we pray you make it through the day. You race as fast as Niles and bigots.
So both of those are getting your spine to move into extension, which you need for that bench press, so to effectively get those shoulder blades around your rib cage. Notice I'm not moving through my lower back, I'm moving through that upper back, trying to get extension there, but also opening up that rib cage from side to side to really get a stretch through those pecs as you come down into that bench press. So first one, you need thoracic movement, extension, and rotation. Get on those. The second movement you're not doing is effectively warming up your shoulder blades and your lats. So your shoulder blades, they help extend the arm up and they help pull the arm, open that chest up backwards. Think of the shoulder blade and your pec as opposing muscles. The more that you pull that shoulder blade back, the more that chest is going to get stretched out. So if you start in this like neutral position and you try to just move the bar to the chest without moving your shoulder blades, you're just going to put all the pressure on the front of your shoulder rather than into your pec, what you're actually trying to lift with. Okay, so pulling those shoulder blades back together. I like to hit a couple set of banded rows, double arm banded rows, where I'm squeezing my shoulder blades all the way back together. The focus is more on stretching the chest out than it is pulling, rowing with the bands. Because whenever you're benching, you're stretching your chest out as much as possible whenever you're coming down, but at the same time, you're pulling those shoulder blades back together. So when you hit that banded row, pretend like you're pulling the bar of the bench press down to your chest, opening that chest up as much as possible. Okay, so number 2, we've got shoulder blade, and lats. So that's the first one, so pulling those back. The second one I like to do for shoulder blade and lat movement is the lat helps actually bend the body from side to side. So your oblique, your side muscles over here, help pull your body to the side, but also your lat. Whenever you tighten up this lat, squeeze down over here, your body will kind of bend over here. So a lot of people, when they're warming up, they'll just do some rows. But I really want you to think about whenever you're rowing, do a single arm row, squeeze down and low, and then bend to the side. You're almost going to get a cramp in that lat. You want to effectively turn on that entire lat, not just the upper part of the lat that's around your shoulder blades. So row and bend at the same time, just like this. The third and final movement you are not doing to maximize your bench press is your shoulder. So obviously, whenever you're benching, you're going to be using your arm and your shoulder, but a lot of people just think of moving their arms out to the side to load up their pecs. But you also want to load up your shoulder when you're coming down. Those elbows are going to be pointed in a little bit. Out to the side is too much internal rotation. You're not getting enough pec, or you're getting too much pec and too much front delt here. I want you to think about using the top of your shoulder whenever you're pulling that bench down to you, the bar down to you. You're going to almost front raise the bar away with you in addition to your pecs. So you're still using all of your pec, but you're getting a little additional leverage from the top of your shoulder. When I first saw this move, or was taught it, it just kind of blew my mind, and my bench press went up a lot, like immediately. I went from just doing like a normal amount to just like even just a little bit more than a normal amount. Not that I have a huge bench press or whatever, but this is a move that you should definitely do. Here's how I warm up the top of my shoulder to get ready to hit some big bench press. Here are those front raises with a band. So get a band underneath your feet. Up, hold, 2, 3. Back down, make sure that belly stays tight. Don't cover that lower back. And then I also like to press out and up. So bringing that band back here like I'm benching it, pressing up and away, making the top of that shoulder work when you're pressing under that band. That, you can also do it with dumbbells. So get whatever dumbbells work for you. You're pulling through the top of your shoulder. You're not pulling through your lower back. You're not bouncing it up with your hips. In recap, for a big bench press, you want to get some thoracic movement, forward, backward, side to side. You want to get your shoulder blades and your lats engaged and moving. Not only pulling those shoulder blades back together, but squeezing those lats down in those single arm rows. And then finally, you want to get the front of your shoulder warmed up, doing some front raises, so that whenever you're loading up that bench press, you're getting that shoulder involved as well. In total, that's going to help make this position for your bench press a whole lot more mobile, alert, and stronger. Okay, so the more mobile you are, the more movement you can get through that shoulder blade, the more you can pull that chest open. The more you can pull that chest open, the more those elbows are down here and engaged, the more the top of that shoulder is going to be working to help drive that bar away. So you can go from benching 1.5 plates, benching 2.5 plates, and impressing all the people at the gym around you and showing off all the time. Because that's really why we're doing this, just to show off. Who cares about health and longevity and having a strong upper body to pull yourself through in a sprint? It's all for the gains.